The 16-time world champion just walked into Raw, stood toe-to-toe with Dominik Mysterio, the cocky, arrogant, self-proclaimed new face of WWE, and in one of the most shocking main events in recent Raw history, John Cena ended Dominik's title reign in an epic, emotional, career-defining showdown that nobody saw coming. But here's the thing, this wasn't just about a championship. This was about respect. This was about legacy. And tonight, Dominik Mysterio disrespected both until John Cena decided he'd had enough. Hello viewers, if you're new here, please don't forget to like and hit the subscribe button for daily updates on WWE Raw. The stage was set. All week long, Dominik Mysterio, the self-proclaimed greatest North American champion in history, had been running his mouth, posting videos on social media mocking John Cena, calling him washed up, and claiming that his generation was the true standard of WWE. But none of us, not a single fan, not even the commentary team, expected Cena to respond the way he did. The opening of Raw started quiet. Dominik strutted to the ring wearing his championship and Rhea Ripley's shades, with that smug smirk plastered across his face. The Judgment Day were nowhere to be seen. No Priest, no Balor, no Ripley. Dominik wanted this spotlight all to himself. He grabbed a mic and said, quote, "John Cena is done. He's a movie star now. He's afraid of me. He's afraid of the future, because the future already passed him by." And the crowd, oh, that crowd, they erupted in boos so loud, Dominik had to pause his promo. He was soaking it in, smirking like the villain he's become. But then, the lights dimmed, the Titantron flickered, and those 6 words hit the speakers that made the entire world lose its mind. Your time is up, my time is now. The roof came off the building. I'm not exaggerating. It felt like the Attitude Era all over again. Fans screaming, signs waving, tears, disbelief. John Cena was back on Raw, and he wasn't smiling. No salute, no jokes, no towel, just that intense, focused look. The look of a man on a mission. The confrontation. Cena entered the ring slowly. The crowd chanted, "Cena, Cena, Cena," while Dominik stood frozen, clutching his title. Cena took the mic and, for the first time in a long time, there was no comedy, just truth. Cena said, "Dominik, I knew your father. I respected your father. But you're everything he prayed you'd never become." The crowd gasped. Dominik's eyes widened. Cena continued, "You've turned your back on family. You've turned your back on respect. And now you're walking around with a title you don't deserve. I'm not here for glory. I'm here to teach you what it means to earn something." Dominik fired back immediately. "You're jealous. You can't stand that I'm better than you ever were." And that's when Cena pointed right at the title and said, "Prove it, tonight." No hesitation, no contract, no GM approval. Cena versus Dominik Mysterio right there on the spot for the North American Championship. The crowd went insane. Commentary was losing their minds. Michael Cole screamed, "We've got a match! Cena's challenging for gold tonight!" Raw suddenly turned into a battlefield. And what happened next will be remembered for years. The match begins. The bell rang, and from the very first lockup, you could feel it. The tension, the animosity, the generational divide. Dominik tried to use his speed, ducking Cena's grapples and mocking him, shouting, "You can't see me," right in his face. But Cena wasn't amused. He caught Dominik mid-run and delivered a thunderous shoulder tackle that sent him flying across the ring. The crowd popped huge. Cena started to dominate early. Suplex after suplex, power slam, corner clotheslines, vintage Cena. But Dominik's cunning came into play. He lured Cena into the ropes, grabbed a handful of tights, and sent Cena crashing shoulder first into the steel post. That's when the arrogance kicked in. Dominik stomped Cena repeatedly, yelling, "Stay down, old man." Every time Cena tried to rise, Dominik slapped him across the head. It was pure disrespect. And the audience? Furious. Chants of "Dom sucks" echoed throughout the arena. It was disgusting to watch. You could see the sneer on Dominik's face, a look of entitlement that made everyone's blood boil. But then, Cena's face changed. That familiar fire returned. At the 10-minute mark, Dominik went for a frog splash, a tribute to Eddie Guerrero, but Cena rolled out of the way. The crowd knew what was coming. Cena rose up, shaking with adrenaline, fists clenched. Dominik stumbled to his feet, and bam! 2 shoulder tackles followed by the iconic spinning slam. The arena roared, the camera shook, and Cena looked straight into the hard cam and shouted, "You can't see me," before delivering the 5-knuckle shuffle. But Dominik, ever the snake, rolled out of the ring before Cena could hit the attitude adjustment. He grabbed his title and tried to leave. The boos were deafening. Fans were livid. Cena didn't let it happen. He sprinted out of the ring, caught Dominik by the hair, and threw him back inside. And that's when the unthinkable happened. As Cena was climbing back in, the lights flickered. The arena went dark. Everyone thought the Judgment Day were coming. But no one appeared. Just static. Confusion. And in that moment, Dominik grabbed a steel chair and swung it. The crowd screamed, Cena ducked. The chair bounced off the ropes and hit Dominik right in the face. Cena seized the moment. Attitude adjustment out of nowhere. 1, 2, 3. The bell rang. John Cena pinned Dominik Mysterio and became the new North American champion. The aftermath explosion. The crowd lost it. The arena was shaking. John Cena was standing tall, holding gold once again. Tears in his eyes, emotion on his face. Dominik lay motionless, humiliated. Cena didn't taunt, he didn't celebrate wildly. He just stood over Dominik and said one sentence that echoed across the world. Respect is earned, not inherited. Mic drop, music hit, Cena left the ring slowly while Dominik Mysterio threw a tantrum inside, screaming that it wasn't fair, blaming the lights, blaming the referee. Classic spoiled heel meltdown. Dominik Mysterio just got schooled by the man he mocked. He got educated in respect, live on national television. But here's where things get wild. Reports from backstage say Dominik completely snapped after the cameras cut to commercial. Backstage chaos. Sources inside Raw say Dominik stormed through Gorilla, smashing monitors, yelling at Finn Balor and Damian Priest for not being there. Rhea Ripley apparently tried to calm him down, but Dom wasn't having it. He shoved a referee, threw a water bottle, and reportedly yelled, "This company doesn't respect me. My father didn't respect me. And now Cena's trying to bury me too." Officials had to separate him. Security escorted him to his locker room. Cena, meanwhile, was seen backstage shaking hands with Shawn Michaels, Triple H, and even Cody Rhodes. Every one of them nodding in approval. The message was clear. Cena's not just back for a guest appearance. He's back to restore honor to the locker room. The fallout and speculation. But now, WrestleScope Nation, here's the burning question. What happens next? Is John Cena sticking around to defend that North American title? Or was this a symbolic passing of the torch? Or maybe even a warning to the younger generation? Because if you ask me, Cena looked like a man with unfinished business. And don't forget, Judgment Day doesn't forget. Rhea Ripley is furious. Damian Priest still has that Money in the Bank contract. Finn Balor has vengeance in his eyes. And Dominik Mysterio, you can bet he's not done. There's already talk that Dominik might confront Cena next week, possibly with backup. Could we see Judgment Day versus Cena and a surprise partner? Rumors are swirling that Rey Mysterio might get involved. Imagine father and son on opposite sides again, with Cena in the middle? Fan outrage and reaction. Fans online are in total shock. Hashtag thank you Cena and hashtag poor Dominik are trending worldwide. Some fans are celebrating Cena's victory as poetic justice, payback for Dominik's months of disrespect toward legends and veterans. Others are calling it robbery, saying Cena stole the spotlight from the new generation. Twitter, Reddit, TikTok, everyone's talking. One fan tweeted, "Dominik got humbled by the GOAT. Lesson learned. Respect your elders." Another said, "WWE can't keep relying on the past. Cena shouldn't have taken Dom's title." The divide is real. The passion is explosive. And that's exactly why this moment will go down in Raw history. Analysis and the emotional impact. Let's talk about what this really means beyond the title. John Cena walked into Raw tonight not as a movie star, not as a celebrity guest, but as a leader. A man who saw a locker room full of arrogance and decided to do something about it. Dominik Mysterio represents everything that's wrong with modern entitlement. A kid who had everything handed to him, who thought disrespect was power. Cena reminded him, and the entire WWE universe, that legacy isn't given, it's built. And that is why this match hit so hard emotionally. We didn't just see a title change, we saw the rebirth of a Warriors code. What's next for Dominik Mysterio? But now the spotlight turns back to Dominik. How does he respond? Does he crawl back under Judgment Day's shadow, or does he finally stand on his own? Because tonight, that smug confidence shattered. He looked broken. Maybe, just maybe, this loss becomes the start of Dominik's redemption story. Or maybe, and I think this is more likely, it sends him deeper into darkness. A more dangerous, more vicious Dominik could be on the horizon. Imagine a version of Dom with nothing